Andes themselves seem to be holding their breath. You step onto the high stone road as twilight melts into blue shadows. The air is thin and sharp here, almost sweet in the lungs, and the horizon glows with the last streak of orange fire as the sun sinks behind the mountains. The city is alive, but not in a noisy way. It hums. You feel it in your chest, the rhythm of sandals against stone, the soft calls of vendors finishing their day, the sigh of wind as it tugs your cloak. You probably wouldn't survive long in this altitude if you weren't used to it, but don't worry, we're strolling, not sprinting. So, before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you genuinely enjoy what I do here. And let me know where you are in the world and what time it is for you right now. I love picturing all of us scattered across the globe, listening together. Now, dim the lights, maybe turn on a fan for that soft background hum, and let's ease into tonight's journey together. You walk slowly, your sandals brushing against the cobbles, and you realize how impossibly smooth these stones are. Each one cut, shaped, and placed with such precision that no blade of grass, no sliver of air can slide between them. Some historians still debate how the Inca achieved this, whether with stone tools, endless patience, or simply knowledge that slipped away with time. Whatever the truth, it feels as though the city itself is watching over you, its walls fitted together like a puzzle you'll never quite solve. The streets are narrow, lined with walls taller than you, their stones glowing faintly in the last of the daylight. Shadows deepen between them, cool and safe. The smell of wood smoke drifts by, pungent, dry, like pine caught in fire. From somewhere ahead, a child laughs, high and quick, then vanishes into the night like a bird. Above you the Andes darken. Peaks bite into the sky like jagged teeth, but tonight they seem softened, painted in indigo and silver. You tilt your head back, and though the stars are not fully out yet, you feel them waiting just beyond the veil of dusk. For the Inca, the heavens were as alive as the city itself, a world above, echoing the world below. You pause on a stone step, feeling its chill against your skin. You imagine centuries of feet that have crossed this same spot. Farmers with baskets of maize, runners carrying messages, nobles in feathered cloaks. The rhythm of life presses in, not loudly but steadily, like the heartbeat of the city itself. A torch flickers to life in the plaza ahead, its light bouncing against the polished stones. Another is lit. And another. Soon, golden flames tremble across the square, painting shadows that stretch like long fingers into the corners. You move toward them, not hurried, just drifting, as if the night is carrying you forward. Your stomach rumbles faintly. You catch the scent of roasted maize again, the nutty, earthy smell mixing with smoke. The Inca diet was simple but sustaining, built on potatoes, beans, and corn. Great. Another day of maize. But you smile because here in the cool dark, it smells comforting, almost sweet. The sounds of the city fade one by one. A door closing with a soft thud, a llama bleating in the distance, the hush of voices turning low as families gather indoors. It feels like the whole of Cusco is folding into itself, drawing a blanket of stone and fire over the night. You keep walking, step after step, until you reach the heart of the city, where the plaza stretches out wide and quiet. In its silence, you hear something curious. A low whistle, soft and steady like wind through a reed. For a moment, you wonder if it's the night itself singing. Some say the Inca carried music into everything they did: work, worship, celebration, even silence had rhythm. The sky darkens. The first star blinks alive, then another, then a cluster. The city settles deeper into its night, and you settle with it, breathing in time with Cusco, listening to its stone walls hold the quiet. You step away from the wide plaza and drift into the veins of the city, narrow streets cut with stones so exact that even now, centuries later, they would outlast 1,000 storms. The last glow of torchlight fades behind you, and your sandals whisper softly against the cobblestones. Every sound carries here: the hollow tap of footsteps, the faint rustle of cloth, the hush of someone's voice carried on the thin Andean air. The walls rise high around you, taller than a man, their stones polished smooth by centuries' hands brushing past. In the dim light, they almost gleam with their own quiet strength. Some historians say these walls were meant not only to impress but to withstand the trembling of the earth. Cusco lies in a land that quivers, and yet these stones remain, fitted without mortar, locked in place like pieces of a dream. You trace a hand along the surface, cool and firm, and you think, the stones remember more than you do. A cat darts past your feet, quick as a shadow. For a moment you almost laugh. Yes, even here in the great imperial capital, someone still had to chase mice in the dark. The ordinary has always been with us, hiding in the corners of empires. As you keep walking, the sounds shift. A door creaks. A pot scrapes across stone. Someone coughs, dry and tired. The rhythm of life doesn't stop, only at night. And still you feel watched. Not in a sinister way, but as though the city itself, Cusco in its great stone silence, is making sure you walk slowly, that you notice the weight of the air and the pattern of every step. You pause where two narrow streets meet, and you see the torch of a night watchman. His face is half lit, the light shaking in his hand as he moves past, scanning the shadows. He doesn't greet you, doesn't stop, just keeps moving, wrapped in a cloak, the flame bobbing with his pace. You wonder if he too is half asleep as he makes his rounds. On the roofs, you hear the faint scuffle of guinea pigs. They are not pets here but food, kept warm inside kitchens, scurrying in little packs, their tiny claws scratching like rain on tile. You smile in the dark. Every empire has its secrets, and sometimes those secrets are just small, furry, and edible. The air cools as night deepens. The streets twist and wind like veins, leading you always deeper into the city. You feel the rhythm beneath your feet, the way the stones guide you forward. No maps, no signs, just the flow of the path.